Hello, welcome to me, Winter NJ, picking up for a lot of last time where I basically just took over the rest of Southeast Asia, getting all of Indochina over here under my control, and also then went on to take over the entirety of Indonesia and the Philippines over here, basically. So, yeah, basically going to try to split up the rest of the world here into two episodes. So try and get most of Asia, Middle East, and start working on Africa in this episode, I guess, and then finish things off for the next one, I think, is what I'm planning currently. But before I get started on all that, I just want to quickly mention to anyone that's actually interested in YouTube memberships that if you become a member at the Builder tier, which is $5 and up, you can get early access to these videos, which would be basically at the very least a week early of early access to these videos. So chances are these series that I'm doing on Age of History 3 are actually probably finished by the time that it goes public. So yeah, just want to quickly mention that. So back to the video. Got 10 armies total currently, and I guess I'll be taking over Australia first here and taking out these countries right quick. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That's all those countries that's worth me, so now I just need to go to the war of that one. There we go. And now there's these two over here. There. That's all those countries that's worth me. Good. I did put my aggressive expansion over 100, so coalition's probably going to be formed against me at this point. I don't care too much about that at this point either. And they are the coalition leader. Got it. Damn, that goes quite a bit deep into Asia. Jesus. Meh, whatever. I can easily kick all their asses without question, considering they only basically just gotten muskets, I guess, while I'm getting machine guns. So yeah, very large lead in technology. So they don't stand a chance against me in the slightest. Kinda want to take one of my armies and send it down there and just manually try and get all of Australia under my control. So not going back and forth. Okay, that's all that's land occupied. And that's all that's left down there. Okay, good. So that will mean my troops are about to move on and take over the rest of this stuff. Very nice. So I'll go ahead, take this land, end these wars down here. And there we go. So now it's just a coalition that I'm at war with. Very nice. And they're evolving very quickly as well. Okay. I think that's everything occupied. Great. So, now, to try and see what I want to do when it comes to this peace deal here, which I'm honestly not sure about, to be honest. What do I actually want to be doing here? Alright, so I'm going to take advantage of this coalition to try to wipe out a bunch of countries, so I'm going to be selling quite a bit of land, I think. So yeah, there we go. Now let's go through selling extra land I don't currently want. Alright, so that is what I decided to stick with for that peace deal. Great. So, with that done, I guess I'll probably be very quickly taking over the rest of China pretty quickly in the following coalitions that are going to form. And I'll also kind of move in a bit more over here, wiping out more of these countries. Northern India, I guess. Yeah. I think that's more or less what I'm going to be trying to do here currently. Another 3 years until those peace treaties end, annoyingly. So probably going to be that long before a coalition can actually start, since I'm basically at peace with every single country that borders me. And of course, aggressive expansion had to go down below 100 before that. Okay, so I guess in that case, I will go after you right quick. There we go. Honestly, I guess I'll just take over both of them completely. Why not? Don't really have an interest in selling any of this land either, to be honest. It's like if there is anything else going to sell, it's just everything south of that river there, I guess. And that's it. But yeah, I'll just keep it for now, I guess. Because the borders don't look too bad. So now it's time to wait for a coalition to form. I imagine they're probably going to be leader of it, considering they're the fourth strongest, and they do now technically have a border with me. Okay, no coalitions forming for some reason. So, go toward this country, because I'll be able to take over all three of those while I'm at it. And there we go. Now to wait once again and see if a coalition will actually form. Alright, next war. 2 wars actually. Why do you have an alliance with them? Whatever. I'll fight both of you then. Why not? I don't care. There we go. Finally. Where the hell do you have land out here in the Caribbean? The fuck? Well, I'm definitely taking that off ya. And selling that to some other country over here. Okay, looks like I'm done there. Let's take all that land off of all of them. There. And now for the coalition one, which I'll be taking all of this, I guess. Alright, I think that's what I'll limit my expansion to for this coalition. Basically just taking over China and India, basically. So, there we go. That is done. Very nice. So, now go and sell this land, I guess. So, with that there now completed, I guess I'll be going towards them next so I can finish that stuff off. And also these two down here so I can get the rest of India. Those will be my next 2 targets. Alright, so don't actually have any peace treaties with any countries currently because I took over all the countries I would have had peace treaties with. So I guess I'll go ahead and take over more countries right now, try and kickstart a coalition. And for whatever reason, they took over the other country that was over here. So I can just fight 2 wars and get both these dealt with. Nice. There we go. That is everything completed there. Very nice. Now, will they form a coalition of some sort? What country would actually form a coalition at this point? Honestly, I'm not sure. There aren't exactly any strong countries on my border. They're still the strongest, I think. Well, doesn't look like anyone's interested in forming a coalition against me. So, I guess I'll go after this one over here. Grab Korea. And since I did that, I guess I could also try to go after the rest of these countries around here, possibly, maybe. But for now, I'll just get this peace treaty completed here, there, and sell some of this extra land up north, I guess. So, now, do I want to go after Japan next, or this stuff? I think I'll go for Japan. So, go to war with that one there, and then I'll deal with the rest of them. There we go. Our southern islands there, done. And that is completed. Great. Now it's super easy. And still no country has actually formed a coalition against me for some reason. If they don't form a coalition this time, I will go and take over all of that next. Without question here. Okay, guess I'm going after this lot of countries over here then. Great. That's all of them at war with me. Good. There we go, you finally formed a coalition. Took you long enough. Jesus. Honestly, considering what's actually in this coalition, I might just go and take everything. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take over everything in this one. And I think that is those done. So I'll go ahead and end those wars. There we go. Nice. So now it's just coalition I gotta deal with. Great. A coalition that is honestly very small and weak. Considering, yeah, I already have all of it occupied. So, yeah, go ahead. Just take all the lands. There we go. I don't care. And there's the next coalition already. Honestly, kind of expected that, to be honest. So I'll be finishing off Asia with this coalition, without question. I'll definitely be finishing off Asia. But I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to be pushing over here into the Middle East, though. But whatever. I only have their country fully occupied there. Great. Come on. Finish off Sweden over here so I can get back to Asia. Wait, I'm also at war with Poland? I'm at war with Poland? Why is Poland a part of this coalition? That doesn't even make any sense. They're so far away from me. What the hell? Whatever I guess then. But there is the end of that coalition there, so let's go and get this peace treaty done. Alright, so I'm basically taking over the entirety of Asia, as I was basically saying, and everything over here in the Middle East, but that's mostly just so I can kind of just redraw the borders around here, because their borders are kind of shit, in all honesty. So, go through and try and get some of that fixed up right quick. Okay, so, there we go. I think that's good. I'll now just take over these countries down here, and I think that'll be the end of the episode at that point. So hopefully I can get those provinces colonized quickly as well. But yeah, I guess for right now, I will colonize provinces out here. And there we go. Got all the rest of it. Australia and New Zealand's done. I'm still not going to bother with colonizing all these islands out here in the Pacific unless the AI actually starts doing that themselves, which for some reason they haven't actually started doing for whatever reason, which is honestly quite surprising. And hopefully they don't start, because I don't want to deal with that crap. So, yeah. I think I'm going to spend just a little bit of time letting aggressive expansion go down, so I can take over like Maldives and these countries over here without a coalition starting afterwards. So I'll quickly do that, I think, and then that'll be the end of the video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this done now, because my aggressive expansion actually got down quite a bit at this point, because I was kind of going through trying to get a bunch of buildings built. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this crap done right quick. There we go. All these countries will fall very quickly. Why does one of them have an alliance up here? The hell? Whatever. I think that's basically it, right? Yeah. I don't really care about that country up there, so just do this. Go ahead and end these ores here. And I'll sell what extra land I end up getting as a result of this. Alright, so there we go. That is all done. For this episode, I will go and take over the rest of the world in the next one. So yeah, don't think things are going to be too hard for the next episode, to be honest. Considering, yeah, still have a massive lead in technology and everything. Here, 26 lead now, which means they are back around here, I think, currently, still. Meanwhile, I'm here with modern tanks now. Yeah, but mostly just deal with Malmix, and I can easily take over all of Africa. Just get through Eastern Europe, and I can start quickly moving through the rest of Europe. And then when it comes to the Americas, well, honestly, I'm probably just going to be taking over them very quickly in all honesty there. It's like I can take over basically the entirety of South America with just 2 wars currently, by looks of it. And you just got a bunch of countries right there in Central America. I think North America could be mostly divided up into 3 wars. But, yeah, that's there is going to be the end of this episode here. So, yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.